my little brother was a helicopter pilot in the Marine Corps, and he went on a deployment to the Philippines, and he brought me back a really generic 50 caliber bottle opener. And I thought it was one of the coolest gifts I'd ever received, and so did all of my buddies that came over to have beers with me. And they were always asking, where can I get one? Where can I get one? And I was like, I don't know unless you go to the Philippines. And so a couple years later, I had the idea to take this really cool but generic raw gift and really throw some love and some attention and some aesthetics into it. So I took it into my garage, I spray painted it black, I polished it, and I was at SEAL Team 3 at the time, so I took our Punisher decal and I put it on there. I took it to work, and my buddies just freaked out about it. And that's when I was like, okay, this is cool. Now what do I do with this? And that's when I recruited my wife here, and I was like, babe, because she was successfully running online businesses out of our living room. And I was like, babe, can you help me sell this? And it was funny because she's like, well, let me do some research and I'll get back to you. And then, and she came back and she said, hey, we're gonna sell on Etsy. And I was like, Etsy? What the hell is Etsy? Why not Amazon or something I've heard of? And she's like, no, listen to me, this is what we're gonna do. And she was right. Yeah. We started on Etsy, and within 6 months, we were doing $7,500 a month. And then we were actually watching the show The Shark Tank, and we learned a tip from Kevin O'Leary just by watching the show about brand recognition. We knew we needed brand recognition on our product, so as soon as it left the package, people knew what the brand was. And so I sold my motorcycle, I bought our first laser engraver, and within a month and a half, the sales went from $7,500 a month to $22,000 a month. Wow. And that's when I got really courageous, and I tried to convince my wife that when we got out of the military in 2 years, we were actually going to sell bottle openers for a living. And she was like, what? Yeah. We're not selling bottle openers for a living.